Two Stone Crew. How's everybody doing? Today, we're going to be doing a story of BTS, and it is the 2021 updated version. Um, yeah, let me turn this chat on. All right. I'm going to wait, let a couple more people show up before we actually get started. Got 4 in here now. How's everybody doing on this Monday? I just got done. Well, we just got done cooking dinner. Hi, Karen. Just got done cooking dinner, and literally like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, shit. So I just ate like a little bit before jumping on here. But definitely when we get done, I'm gonna be smashing. I've been good. Hey, D Mysterious, what's good? I've been good. Definitely been good. Um, it's warming up, so we've been getting back to work and stuff. Like I work today, like I work tomorrow. But yeah, trying to stay steady with my real job and like keeping up with the channel. I think I'm doing all right. Got 12 in here. I'll wait till at least maybe like 20. We'll get 20 people in here and then start. Yeah, and I apologize for I don't know why it's like this. YouTube, it just gives you the option to like go live with my whole face or go live like this. I wish I could go live with my whole face and then have the video I'm watching be small. That'd be cool. I'm sure eventually they'll have it like that. 10 a.m. Oh, it's 10 a.m. Tuesday. Yeah, it's Monday over here, 5 p.m. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at. Like I said, we made a tater tot casserole, some macaroni and cheese, and cornbread. Gotta have that cornbread. -30 in Canada. It was actually warm here today. I think it was at least in the 50s. It might have hit 60. Midnight, hey, D Mysterious, you're a real one. Staying up late. That's why, for real, I really decided to do my stuff at 5 just because I saw, I went, I think at like 7 or 8, and D Mysterious said it was really, really late. So I cut it back to 5 to try and make it easier for everybody. Yeah, a lot of different time zones, for real. That's what's awesome about like YouTube and social media in general, being able to connect with everybody. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I want to make it so that you can't hear me. My mic's on. No, I'm not muted. Let me know if you guys can or cannot hear me. Really? Yeah, see, Becca says she can hear me. I, all right, yeah. Something's wrong. I think something's wrong on your end. Almost time for bed. 11. All right, I said we'd start once I got about 20 people in here. We're at 22. So, oh yeah, one thing I want to mention before we actually start this is if anybody does feel like donating, you definitely don't have to, but if you do feel like donating, uh, please use the link in the description because my super chat, like, it works obviously, but I don't have a bank account. I don't even have a bank account, so I can't set up a bank account for that money to go to. So if you're really trying to like help me out, Like I said, the link in the description. I also pinned the link, the PayPal link in the chat, so that should help. But with that being said, how's everybody doing? We doing good? You guys ready to jump into this one? I know I'm excited. No, I'm sorry, I don't have a Patreon. I'm not even 100% sure what a Patreon is. Is it something through YouTube or is it a separate thing? Yeah, we'll start here real soon. Yeah, I can't wait. I've heard this one's a good one. Okay, it's separate. Yeah. Patreon where you can watch things blocked. Ah. Okay, I'll have to look. I'll definitely have to look into Patreon because I've never, like I said, I've heard YouTubers and say like, go to the Patreon, but I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? But I'll figure it out. We'll get that going. But anyway, yeah, like I said, for tonight at least, and for now, I just have a link, like I said, in chat and in the description. So, with that being said, let's see the purple hearts. I gotta see a bunch of purple hearts, and we're gonna push play. Yeah, it's definitely common. Hey, all right. I'm starting to see the purple hearts come in. All right, here we go.
Today, everyone knows the name of BTS. They've been invited onto late-night talk shows, they've shattered records, they've sold out stadiums, they've made it onto the big screen. These days, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't know who these guys were, or at least haven't heard one of their songs. And if they don't, either they've been living under a rock.
That was me. That was me until recently. Until the past couple months, that was definitely me. I was living under a rock. Like I said, in the very first reaction, I had heard of them, definitely saw their name everywhere, but for whatever reason, just never clicked on it. And yeah, let's go. Yeah, I know. I need to quit smoking, for real. I definitely need to quit smoking. I feel you there.
Or they're 100 years old. The success of the Bangtan Boys is worldwide, but it wasn't always like this. The very existence of BTS can be owed to its founding father, an innovator by the name of Hitman Bang. His idea to create a rap group was somewhat inspired by YG. In the late 90s, he experimented with this idea with different trainees, eventually choosing 7 members. And while 3 of them eventually left, the remaining 4, Teddy, Danny, Jinhwan, and Baekhyun, debuted in 1998 as One Time. Their first album, titled One Time for Your Mind, was one of the year's best-selling albums and won several awards, including the Global Disc and SBS Music Awards for Best New Artist and KMTV's Award for Best Hip-Hop Artist. The group enjoyed moderate success and released 4 more albums before going on indefinite hiatus in 2006 due to their mandatory military service. The year was 2010, and the 5-year-old company, Big Hit Entertainment, had previously signed 2 artists, 88 and 2AM. They had their share of successes, but they were very traditional K-pop groups. Big Hit wanted a fresh, new...
I love that the label's called Big Hit. That's off. Like, I don't know. I just love that. Kahuna pointed it out last time, like taking big hits of grass and shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Sound, and upon listening to One Time, CEO Hitman Bang Si-hyuk had decided that that was the sound that he was looking for. And on top of that, the youth needed someone to relate to, and more importantly, look up to. He had decided he would create a hip-hop group.
Mix and match your favorites at Domino's. Choose any 2 or more items for $5.99 each. Order now at Domino's.com.
Audible is the best place to listen for everyone. For sci-fi people, people who love a good scare.
Let's go.
At 15 years old, Kim Namjoon auditioned for a certain Big Deal Records, which he completed.
Yeah, actually, if I don't, I'm gonna actually not turn off the chat. You guys will still be able to talk. You guys can talk as much as you want. But I'm gonna shut the chat off on my end just so it doesn't cover the video. But yeah, you guys go ahead and talk about anything you need. But I'll turn, obviously, when I pause the video, I'll turn the chat back on.
Botched, forgetting the lyrics to the song he was performing. Afterwards, fellow rapper Sleepy recommended that he try auditioning at another label, Big Hit, and even put in a good word for him to one of the producers there. At age 16, Namjoon auditioned in front of Bang Si-hyuk himself and instantly impressed him. He was offered a deal with Big Hit on the spot, which Namjoon accepted and became a trainee, officially choosing a name for himself, Rap Monster, destined to become the leader of the newly created group.
Let's go.
Now that a fearless leader was chosen, they needed more members. Min Young-gi was a 17-year-old living in Daegu, an avid basketball player and rapper. He had been interested in music, especially rap, from a very early age. And despite his parents' disapproval, started performing as a rapper while still in high school. He quickly gained attention as...
Hey, that's usually how it is, though. Your parents are like, nah, we don't want you doing this. Like, most parents, which is not a bad... Here, let me turn the chat back on for a second. It's not a bad thing for parents to, like, want to guide their kids in the what they think is the right direction. But a lot of the times, they don't always exactly know what the right direction is for their kid. You know what I'm saying? So, like, right here is a perfect example. He decided to follow his dreams, and look what happened.
The rapper and producer in the underground hip-hop scene. One day he saw a flyer for a rap competition called Hit It and decided to participate. And although he only placed second, the company hosting the competition, you guessed it, Big Hit, decided to sign him on as a producer. Hitman Bang spoke with him afterwards, convincing him to join a newly created hip-hop group. He told him to just focus on rapping and assured him that he wouldn't need to dance. He was lying. And just like that, the new group had a second member.
He said he was lying. Got him. But hey, that's what's up. People need that little push sometimes, like, you know what I mean? I'm known for that, and not me, but like my buddy Tony, shout out Tony. He's always pushing me, like, when it comes to skateboarding and stuff, and music, honestly, that I can do better and like do stuff that I don't ever think. Oh, Gwen, you gotta go? You got an emergency? All right, well, I hope everything's okay, and if you jump back in, then we'll see you later. If not, I'm sure I'll see you around at some point. Much love. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I kind of forgot what I was saying now. But let's go.
Known as Suga, a combination of the first two syllables of shooting guard, his favorite position in basketball. But they
that's so clever. Shooting guard and Suga. That's clever.
wouldn't stop there. Rappers were nice, but Big Hit actually needed a dancer. Jung Ho-seok always loved dancing. He was in the starting lineup of the dance crew Neuron in his hometown, Gwangju. He was good at it too, winning several local championships and even winning a championship at the national level in 2008.
Hey.
While he did perform at several competitions hosted by JYP and even won some of them, he ultimately went on to audition for a smaller, lesser-known company, Big Hit Entertainment. His dance skills and strong understanding of rhythm made him an instant favorite, and he was signed on as J-Hope. Not only that, but they saw potential in him to become a rapper, which at this point...
That's awesome. I love the fact that it was a small company, you know? Like, you guys already know. But I just love that it was such a small company, and then they took their time, obviously, in, like, picking out who they knew had the talent. And they're like, we're going to throw together a great group. Yes, I appreciate it if you guys hit the like button. Shout out. Much love for that.
He had little experience with. However, J-Hope made the decision to leave Big Hit until RM convinced both J-Hope and Big Hit that the group wouldn't be complete without him. He was right.
시라고 했어. 근데 형 항상 중간고야 아니에요? 종호석 와야 된다고. 종호석 안 오면 시라고 했다고. 멤버 그냥 믿고 간 거야 나 그냥. 올해 했고 멤버 보고 왔. 멤버 보고 왔어 진짜. 근데 나는 진짜 네가.
Hold on, I gotta take it back a little bit.
아 그 형.
1 second, my bad.
Championship at the national level in 2008. While he did perform at several competitions hosted by JYP and even won some of them, he ultimately went on to audition for a smaller, lesser-known company, Big Hit Entertainment. His dance skills and strong understanding of rhythm made him an instant favorite, and he was signed on as J-Hope. Not only that, but they saw potential in him to become a rapper, which at this point he had little experience with. However, J-Hope made the decision to leave Big Hit until RM convinced both J-Hope and Big Hit that the group wouldn't be complete without him. He was right.
쉬라고 했어.
아니 근데 형 항상 중간고야 아니에요?
조우석 와야 된다고. 조우석 안 오면 쉬라고 했다고. 멤버 그냥 믿고 간 거야 나 그냥. 올해 했고 멤버 보고 왔. 멤버 보고 왔어 진짜. 근데 나는 진짜 네가 그 기억.
With the addition of J-Hope, the rap line
I
was
love that. I love that he said he came back because he trusted them. That's another reason that shows you that they're just like good, real people.
complete. Now they needed some singers. Now, just like how RM, an amazing rapper with a ton of experience, was chosen as the first official member of the rap line, it would only make sense that a legendary singer and dancer would be the perfect first member of the vocal line. Right?
Right.
But Kim So-jin didn't have any sort of experience like that. Believe it or not, one day when he was walking on the streets of his hometown, Anyang, he was approached by a representative of SM Entertainment with an offer to work for the company. In typical Jin fashion, he never followed up with them because he believed it to be a scam. Apparently, Jin was a very good-looking guy because years later, this time as a college student
Yeah, I definitely would have thought it was a scam too, not gonna lie.
in Seoul, he was once again approached on the street, this time by an executive at Big Hit Entertainment. He didn't sing, he didn't dance. He was at school to become an actor, and he decided to audition to become an actor. Big Hit, however, had different plans for him, and convinced him to become a vocalist for their new group. To do so, he literally learned to dance and sing starting from zero.
What?
But thankfully, not without help from other vocalists.
I think I did know that, but that's still just crazy.
John Jung-kook initially had dreams of becoming a badminton player when he was young, but after seeing
Nice.
G-Dragon perform Heartbreaker on television, it influenced him to want to become a singer instead. Because of this, at only age 14, he decided to audition for the South Korean talent show, Superstar K. He didn't pass auditions, but this was just enough to catch the eye of not one
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I do have the chat still on, just because it's not so much reading. Like, it's mainly I'm just listening. So, like, yeah, the chat's not really bothering me. But there was one time I did have to shut it off for a second, but we're good. You guys can chat as much as you need.
not two companies, but 7 different companies. This included JYP, FNC, Woollim, Starship Entertainment, TS, Cube, and of course, Big Hit Entertainment. So why did Jungkook, given the choice of all these bigger companies, decide to go with the relatively smaller company, Big Hit? The answer was simple. Because he thought, and I quote, RM was cool, so I wanted to sign with them. That brings the number of members to 5. The next member of BTS was just as surprised to find Big Hit as Big Hit was to find him, and it almost didn't happen.
Watch yoga videos ad-free
come on.
and practice uninterrupted. Try our student plan.
I'm not trying to watch yoga videos. I do like food though. Alright, okay.
Kim Tae-young was always passionate about music, and it was always his dream to pursue it as a career. However, it was hard, as his family was poor, his parents being humble farmers. His father told him that if he was passionate about music, he should learn an instrument, and he did, spending 3 years practicing with the saxophone. One day, one of his friends decided to audition for Big Hit Entertainment when they were holding
playing the
auditions in his
saxophone would be
hometown
so
of
cool.
Daegu. Tae-young, being a good friend, came with him to keep him company. But when one of the team members in charge of the audition saw Tae-young, he encouraged him to audition as well. With nothing to lose, he did. That day, he was the only one in Daegu to move on to the next round of auditions, and eventually became a trainee for Big Hit Entertainment. They decided to keep him as a surprise member and didn't want to reveal him as one of the members until his debut. In the same vein, Big Hit had him choose something mysterious for his stage name. He decided to go with V for victory. Here seems like a nice round number to stop, right? 6 members for a new hip-hop group, 3 rappers and 3 vocalists. It seems like a complete group, but still there was something missing. Someone was missing. Someone that could take this already great group of artists and push it even further to achieve perfection. A powerhouse. Someone so naturally talented that they could stand out in a room full of already talented artists. This project that Big Hit had embarked upon needed a capstone.
I am well. Happy Monday to you as well. Is it Angeli? Shout out, much love.
Park Jimin was a naturally talented dancer.
I'm taking it back. Yeah, see, I knew they were talking about Jimin. If you're just joining, don't forget, smash that like button. Yes. Let's go.
When he was in middle school, he attended a dance academy and continued to pursue dance at Busan High School of Arts, where he studied contemporary dance and was the top student in the whole modern dance department. Impressed by his raw talent, a teacher encouraged him to audition for Big Hit Entertainment, who were holding auditions in Busan. He was only 16 when he passed the audition and moved to Seoul to become a trainee.
See, I knew that, and that still blows my mind how young they were. Like, still are, basically. You know, they're all still young. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody said they're all around my age. And I'm 27, so, I mean, yeah. 16, though. Being 16 and just being, like, I guess 16, when I was 16, I felt kind of adultish, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. So, let's just be thankful they all chose to go with music.
He was the final member of the group, and he also had the shortest training period. Interesting to note is that the group feels very much ragtag because, in a sense, with the exception of Jimin and J-Hope, it was. RM auditioned for Big Hit because he didn't pass his auditions with the first company he chose. And despite their amazing talent, Suga and Jungkook didn't win the competitions they were in, but they signed on to Big Hit after the fact because of their high-quality performances. V never even planned on auditioning and just decided to do it on a whim, and they literally just found Jin on the streets. But perhaps it was fate, because this was the group that they chose. And just like that, in 2012, the newly created Bangtanso년dan, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, or simply BTS, was 7.
저도 아침에 리허설 때 이거 보고 많이 웃었습니다.
They had the group, but they still needed the music. In early 2013, they set out to create some social media presence for themselves before officially debuting, posting song covers on both SoundCloud and YouTube, which you can still go watch today. In May, Big Hit launched a countdown clock on their website in preparation for BTS's debut album, complete with a trailer and a ton of promotional material, including photos for the first time of all the members in the official lineup. Finally,
I bet that was a big moment, you know. They're like, let's go. They're basically putting themselves out there at that point and just hoping. But they knew, like, Big Hit obviously knew they had talent, you know.
the big day came. June 12, 2013, BTS held a press conference and a debut showcase where they performed their 2 singles, No More Dream and We Are Bulletproof Part 2. The same day, the Too Cool for School album, as well as the music video for No More
Too
Dream,
Cool for School.
were released.
Hey.
The very next day, BTS performed the song again on their official debut stage on Mnet's M Countdown. This was the world's first taste of BTS. Commercially, the album didn't do extraordinarily well. The lead single, No More Dream, peaked at 124 in Korea, and the album sold only 24,000 copies during its first year. Bulletproof Part 2 didn't even chart. The first year wasn't all that great for BTS, but despite everything, people saw them.
Right. Nobody's first year is ever second.
People saw the sparkle in their eyes and their limitless
Let's go
potential.
just for the first year.
And
That's great.
they were hot, of course. On July 9th, ARMY
said,
was
and they were
established
hot,
as
of course.
BTS's official fandom. They made their comeback only 2 months later in September when they released their single, No, along with their EP, part 2 of what would be their school trilogy, Oh, Are You Late 2. In the music video for the single, they made a commentary on the harsh Korean education system, along with their previous themes of hopes and dreams. No peaked at 92 in Korea, but also quickly fell off the charts. The album debuted at number 4 on the Gaon Weekly chart and was the 55th best-selling album in South Korea that year. This was enough to secure them the coveted New Artist of the Year award at the Melon Music Awards, the Golden Disc Awards, and the Seoul Music Awards. Part 3 of the School trilogy was released in February of 2014, the EP School Love Affair. This time, the lead single was Boy in Love. And the other single being Just One Day. The album, as well as both singles, enjoyed moderate success, with the album topping the Gaon album chart, as well as making its first international appearance at number 3 on the Billboard World Albums chart. The album also marked their first distinctive change in theme, focusing more on school life and young love, as evidenced by their Boy in Love music video. They also held their first fan meetings with a crowd of 3,000 in Seoul. BTS was doing well. That is, until July. This is, unfortunately, a dark chapter in the lives of BTS and ARMY.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Dark chapter. And then let's go.
That's right, American Hustle Life. I'm joking, of course, but American Hustle Life was a reality show put together by Mnet that brought BTS to Los Angeles, where they had the unique opportunity to learn the true ways of hip-hop from the masters. And it was a pretty darn cringy opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless. Whatever you do, just don't watch the Warren G version of Boy in Love. You've been warned. However, cringe and all, the trip proved fruitful for BTS, making connections, performing their first US concert for free in front of 200 fans, as well as their first appearance at KCON. The next month, in August...
We learned about that in the last video, how they were last on, and that was bullshit. Yeah, how they were basically just used for bait.
BTS released their first full-length studio album.
Still though, like I said in the other video, like at least they still got on, like still performed, you know, still did their thing, and stayed positive. And that's the best. Like that's the best thing you can do.
Dark and Wild. The album featured 2 singles: Danger and War of Hormones.
Hey,
the album featured...
You hear the mushroom, the 1-up mushroom sound effect in there from Super Mario? I heard that shit. You guys probably already know.
A marked shift in sound with a touch of R&B and electronica. It was met with moderate success. It peaked at number 2 in Korea, selling over 200,000 albums. In October and again in May of the following year, BTS went on their first and second concert tours, known as the Red Bullet Tour, where they visited 13 different countries, including Japan, the Philippines, Australia, the US, Mexico, and many others. They also came out with their first Japanese album in December, Wake Up, featuring many Japanese versions of their songs, as well as original tracks Wake Up and The Stars, followed by a Japan tour and a solo concert in Korea. Although Dark and Wild got decent attention, they needed something different. They needed something that would shake things up. They got to work. April 29, 2015 was their comeback. When this album was produced, each member had a hand in writing songs for the album.
Nice.
They again changed their sound from aggressive hip-hop to youthful, colorful styles. And not only their sound, but their image as well.
You gotta do that though. As an artist, you can't stick to like one thing, you know? You can't write 50 songs about the same girl, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to be diverse and like change it up, definitely. They know that. And then they've obviously, like, I wouldn't say gained. I mean, I would say gained. They gained off it, but you know, they probably like, what am I trying to say? It like it made them better artists with all of them trying to like do different things. You know what I mean? So that's just gonna make you all around better. Let's go.
This can be evidenced by their newest EP, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life. And just by looking at the album cover, they ditched the dark colors and the bulletproof vest symbol that had become so synonymous with BTS, and replaced it with a simple white and pink background overlaid with the title. And then they dropped the single that would change everything. I Need You.
I haven't heard this yet either.
It was sentimental, it was hopeful, it was new. Just by looking at the music video, we can see that BTS has also ditched their punk bad boy image and replaced it with a more real, vulnerable, down-to-earth, and youthful feel. This proved to be the change that BTS needed for mainstream success. Billboard called it one of the greatest K-pop songs of the decade. It charted at number 5 in Korea, and even led them to their first music show win on SBS MTV's The Show. And that wasn't all. They released their second single, Dope, on June 24th, which started off with a poignant line from RM.
어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지?
Welcome. Is this your first time with BTS? And you know what? For a lot of people,
Mix and match your favorites at Domino's. Choose any 2 or more items for $5.99 each. Order now at Domino's.com.
it was. In a way, their first studio album and tour can be seen as their stepping stone between old school BTS and new school. In November, they came back with their follow-up EP, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Part 2, the second EP in what would be dubbed the Youth Trilogy, which featured the single, Run. The album focused even more on the frivolity,
What are you guys talking about? The kidnapping thing. Did I miss something? No, I can't see.
and carefree attitude that comes with enjoying one's youth. But just like in I Need You, contrasted that with suffering, depression, loneliness, society, and the stark and sometimes dark reality of life. Compare this with the far...
Oh, I understand. I understand what you guys are talking about now.
cry of the No More
Hey, don't forget, if you're new in here, I appreciate if you smash the like button.
Dreams music video. It felt real. It was darker, grittier, more humble, more meaningful, and most importantly, RM lost his mohawk. Run also connected narratively
RM
with their
lost
previous
his
single,
mohawk.
I Need You, and another video released in September titled On Stage Prologue established what would come to be known as
I
the
got you.
BTS universe, or the BU, which would eventually combine music videos, short films, books, short
AHL,
stories,
I got you.
webtoons, and even a mobile game to create a cohesive story. And I won't go down this rabbit hole because there is a lot to digest, but it's definitely something to look
There's
into
a whole
if you're a
mobile
hardcore
game?
army. The same month, they kicked off their third tour, the Most Beautiful Moment in Life on-stage tour, where they performed songs from their two recent EPs, Part 1 and Part 2. And Part 2 was a hit, their biggest so far. It topped the Weekly Gaon album and Billboard World Albums charts. And on Billboard, it stayed there for multiple weeks, the first K-pop act to do so. It also appeared on the Billboard 200 albums chart, not World Albums, which was
Got you. American Hustle Life. That might be the next one that we go live and do. Is it longer too? If it's not long, then I guess I don't have to go live. But if it's a longer video, then is that something you guys would want to watch me watch live? Is that something you'd like me to check out live? Then yeah, let me know for sure.
reserved for foreign non-English songs, but simply the top 200 albums, peaking at 171. Which is kind of amazing considering that this was back in 2015.
Gotcha.
They also received Best World Performer at the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards. This brings us to part 3 of the Youth Trilogy, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever, released on May 2nd, 2016, which featured probably my favorite BTS album cover. Young Forever was actually a compilation.
Oh, it'll get blocked. I got you. I don't know. I might just check it out on my own time then. 45. 8 episodes. What's alive with you? Yeah, see, as long as it would let me watch it, I might try it. I'll look into it.
Album of parts 1 and 2, so it was mostly the same songs, but it was notable that it had some new singles, Epilogue, Young Forever, Fire, and Save Me.
Fire.
The latter two performed exceptionally well, with both songs
One of my
topping the
favorite
Billboard
words, and one
World
of my
Digital
favorite
Songs
songs.
chart.
Fire.
This was also the second BTS album to chart on the Billboard 200 at 107,
Hey Gwen,
and
welcome
it topped
back.
both the Gaon Weekly and Monthly
Is
chart,
everything good?
which earned BTS their first Daesang. Album of the Year at the 8th Melon Music Awards. They went on to do the second half of their tour, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life on Stage, Epilogue, selling out many of their concerts and even selling out KCON in the US where they headlined the event. In September, they dropped their second Japanese album, Youth, featuring Japanese versions of tracks from their previous 3 EPs, which went gold and peaked at #1 on Japanese charts. And only a month later, in October of 2016, it happened. BTS dropped their second studio album.
Yeah, I'm mad that my Born Singer reaction is blocked. Because that was a dope one. Like, I really like that song. And it's still been stuck in my head. I'm a born singer. Like, it has been stuck in my head ever since I heard that. And I like I said, I really like it. I can see, like, how people compare them to the modern day MJ with that one especially. But like I said, I haven't dug super deep into their vocal work. Right. Yeah, Gwen. Or Becca. My bad. I see blue. For whatever reason, when I see Becca or Gwen, I apologize. But the name's like, I don't know. My bad. But yeah. Becca, yeah. Once I figure out what Patreon is and try and get that set up, definitely. See, that's what I like. That I like that. Patreon's like that. But I don't know enough about it right now. But like I said, probably after this live, I'll look into it and try to set one up.
Wings. It sold over 500,000 copies in its first week. In comparison,
Dang.
The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Part 1, released just the
That's
previous year, which topped the
500,000
Gaon
copies
chart,
in a
sold
week.
about 500,000 in its
In
entire
an
lifetime.
lifetime,
Wings
yeah.
was big, but the true
That's crazy.
showstopper was its lead single, Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
And now 500,000 ain't nothing to these guys. That's crazy.
Which got them their first all-kill, topping 8 music charts in South Korea. Its music video gained 6 million views in the first 24 hours,
Let's
which
go.
broke the YouTube record for the highest number of views of a K-pop group music video within 24 hours. The album hit number 26 on the Billboard 200, the highest ever charting K-pop album on Billboard. They ended up selling 1.5 million copies in South Korea in 2016 alone, and it netted them the Artist of the Year award at the Mnet Asian Music Awards that same year, the first non-Big Three artist ever to receive that award.
수상자는 방탄소년단.
Yeah, I bet they went crazy when they found when they heard that. And the winner is, oh, I can only imagine what that feels like.
After Blood, Sweat, and Tears, they were on a roll. BTS was unstoppable. In
Right.
February of 2017, they released the instant hit Spring Day, which, quoting a Korean reviewer, embodied nostalgia and sorrow and opened a new chapter in BTS's aesthetics and lyricism and attracted fans across generational boundaries. Which, by the way, is still on Korean charts after nearly 4 years. And the same day I'm writing this, it ranked number 53 on Melon. It won Song of the Year at the 9th Melon Music Awards. After the release of Spring Day, they went on yet another tour, the 2017 BTS Live Trilogy, Episode 3, The Wings Tour. The tickets sold out within minutes, including in the United States, the first K-pop artist to do so, and went on to win Best Social Artist at the Billboard Music Awards. The first for a Korean artist, but they would go on to win this award 4 years in a row. The next year was a period of massive growth for both the group's popularity as well as their style. They released the Love Yourself series, starting with Love Yourself Her in September of 2017, Love Yourself Tear in May of 2018, and Love Yourself Answer in August of 2018. 3 albums that gave us some of the most classic BTS songs that we know and love today,
Yourself, yeah.
such as Mic Drop, Fake Love, Euphoria, Idol, and of course,
Watch drumming tutorials without Wi-Fi and jam
Every
uninterrupted.
song is just good.
Try
I
our
love when they play
student
the
plan.
snippets. Gets my head bopping.
all 3 albums were commercial successes, Her being their first album to top 2 million album sales. But Tear and Answer also did equally well. These 3 albums, as well as their Japanese album, Face Yourself, proved that they weren't done yet, not even close. During this time, they shattered countless records. Their singles went platinum, they topped charts, they won awards. And not only did they break YouTube records, but they broke records that they themselves set again and again
That's awesome.
and again. This is the period where BTS really started enjoying global recognition, working with huge Western artists such as Nicki Minaj, Designer, and Steve Aoki. It wasn't their first time having international features on their songs, but it was definitely the biggest.
dude.
And even though they were already with
Mic Drop, hey, Mic Drop is like, that's a dope track. I really like that song. Hey, shout out to the 65 people in here. That's what's up. Much love to everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my uploads. Also, since we're a little bit over halfway through, anybody that's new in here, I just want to, like, a reminder, if you're trying to donate, obviously you don't have to donate, but if you're trying to donate, please use the link that I posted in the chat, or the link's also in the description, because the super chat for me it's set up, but I don't have a bank account attached to it, so I can't really get anything from it. So yeah, again, if you're trying to donate, use the link, and yeah, let's go. How's everybody doing? Either this morning, afternoon, or this evening. I know everybody's in different time zones. Just wanted to take a second, see what's up. Hey, Music is Life, what's up? I'm chilling, learning. Y'all doing good? Hey, shout out to your grandma. $3 a.m. Bro, shout out to you. Really, for real, shout out to you for being in here at 3 a.m. That's love. All right, I'm gonna get back into it, but I hope you all are having a good time. Let's go.
Without a doubt, the biggest act to ever come out of South Korea, they had their eyes set even higher. They went on tour once again for the Love Yourself World Tour. During this tour, they collaborated with Steve Aoki to make the song Wasted on Me.
Wasted on me, wasted on me.
being their first all-English feature. And it also served as a jumping-off point for BTS to gain a following of English speakers. Not that they really needed the help, as they sold out concerts even in the US leg of the tour, including at Citi Field in Queens, New York, where tickets sold out in 20 minutes.
That's fact.
And as if that wasn't enough, they dropped the movie in November, Burn the Stage, which in the US alone grossed $3.54 million in the first weekend, breaking the record set by One Direction's movie, This Is Us. In September, RM had the unique opportunity to speak at the United Nations, where he spoke of anti-violence and self-love. 2 years later, he would be offered to speak on a second occasion about persistence and hope in the face of challenges. And to top it all off, in October, the president of South Korea awarded every member of BTS the 5th class Hungwon Order of...
Emma, you got COVID. I hope you feel better soon and get through it easily. And yeah, just hopefully you get better soon. That sucks. I had it like right at the beginning of 2020. Luckily, have not got it since.
Cultural merit for outstanding meritorious services in the field of culture and art, which is one of the highest South Korean orders of merit one can receive, and that's no exaggeration. 2019 estimates put BTS's contribution to the South Korean economy to the tune of $4.65 billion each year, an equivalent to 0.3% of the country's GDP. They were the youngest to ever receive the honor.
3.3. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Like 0.3 seems like such a small number. But in reality, I mean, obviously the number that's in the billions, that's crazy. To even be a percentage is crazy. For real.
2019, BTS invited to Grammys, Time Magazine, Billboard. BTS entered a new era. Not an era of simply global recognition, but global dominance. April 12, 2019, enter Map of the Soul Persona. First things first, you can't mention Map of the Soul Persona without mentioning Boy With Love. It was simple math. What do you get when you cross the singer of one of the best charting songs of all time that went platinum 59 times in 13 different countries with, without a question, the most globally dominant pop group of all time? Well, you get this. Nothing less than an instant hit. Number 8 on Billboard Hot 100. Platinum in the US. 21 music show wins. Number 1 on iTunes in 67 different countries. The most liked and the most viewed YouTube video in the first 24 hours. The fastest video to reach 100 million views. A current view count of over 1 billion views. 7 boys, 1 girl, and 7 different hair colors. They were the talk of the town, invited to talk show after talk show after talk show. The second single on the album was Make It Right. Written by Ed Sheeran himself, including a version featuring Loud. The album debuted at number 1 on Gaon and sold 3.2 million copies its first month, and that's only in Korea. It became the best-selling album in South Korea ever. It swept every major Korean music show, winning Album of the Year in each one of them. They followed up this legendary EP with the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself World Tour, where they sold out both the Rose Bowl and the Wembley Stadium in only an hour. The only non-English speaking act to do so. They even performed as a solo act in Saudi Arabia.
The only non-English speaking act to ever sell out like that? That's crazy. Yeah, everybody that even if it's not just COVID, anybody that's feeling not so great today, hope y'all feel better. That's crazy though. Let's go.
First foreign act to do that. The last stop of their tour was at South Korea's largest venue, the Seoul Olympic Stadium. They ended up grossing $200 million. During this time, they also created a visual novel-style game for mobile devices called BTS World, where the player can interact with the members. This also came with an original soundtrack with tracks unique to the game, featuring Western artists. Zara Larsson, Charlie XCX, and Juice WRLD for the tracks A Brand New Day, Green Glow, and All Night, respectively. In December of 2019, the group swept the grand prizes for both the Melon and Mnet Music Award shows, the first artist to do that. Map of the Soul Persona was legendary, truly a marvel in modern music. So, how could BTS follow up the best-selling album in South Korean history, you may ask?
Work harder.
Easy. Make an even better selling album.
Right.
And that's what they did with Map of the Soul 7. The album was released on February 21st of 2020, featuring the singles Black Swan.
Hi Jane, how are you? Thanks for stopping in here. Hold on, let me do something real fast. Oh, I can't right now. I'll do that later. My bad. My bad.
and on.
My bad. I was gonna make Jane a moderator, but I realized I'd have to exit out of this video completely to go into my my live stream. But anyway, thank you for showing up, Jane. Much love.
And sold over 4.1 million albums in just the first week, and the first Korean album to be certified as quadruple million on the Gaon Music Chart. It debuted at #1 on music charts all over the world, including the US, Korea, the UK, Japan, and much of Europe. It's not an exaggeration to say that this album left a permanent mark on the world, launching BTS into legendary status and becoming the best-selling artist in South Korean history. BTS had scheduled a Map of the Soul tour for April of that year, which would have undoubtedly outsold their record-breaking tour only a year prior. But unfortunately, the COVID pandemic caused the entire tour to be postponed, including the show at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, see, you guys let me know about that, and I saw this coming in the video.
Which I was supposed to attend, but that didn't stop BTS, who performed
Which I
virtual
was supposed to
concerts,
attend.
spoke at the Dear Class of 2020 graduation event, and released the Japanese version of their recent album with an original Japanese single, Stay Gold. And to top it all off, this was only June. At this point,
Nice.
it was clear that BTS had already dominated their home turf, and they had topped the music charts all over the world. This time, their sight was set for the very top. Remember that scene in The Social Network where Mark and Sean talk about how they don't want $1 million, they want $1 billion? How they're not interested in catching 14 trout, but they'd rather catch an 800-pound marlin? Well, that's what they set their sights on. The marlin, the biggest music industry in the world, the United States. And at the top of that music industry, #1.
Like, I mean, I kind of get that the United States would be like the biggest music industry, but being from the United States, it just doesn't seem like that. And like, I get like it started in the West Coast, well, with hip hop anyway, started in the West Coast, but like, I don't know, I don't like to label it like that because there's good music everywhere, obviously, you know what I mean. So it's kind of like, yeah, they might have the most selling. I feel like the U.S. just has like the best advertisement, you know what I mean, the best way, marketing. Marketing is the word I got. But yeah, that's just it's crazy to me that obviously people have to keep track of that, but it's just weird that people do keep track of that, you know what I mean. Like, I would have never even thought that. I just think music's everywhere, you know, like music's everywhere.
On Billboard Hot 100. This small group from a company that virtually no one had heard about 8 years ago planned to take on Goliath himself and dominate the American industry on their home turf. And all they had to do was speak English. August 21st. Enter
I have to chat off.
Dynamite. Their first
I was like, why is nobody talking to me? But I had to chat off. My bad. All right.
English single simultaneously performed better than anyone had expected, but at the same time is exactly what we as an audience had come to expect from the legendary boy band themselves. And they did it. They reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, the Global 200, and the Global Excluding US chart. And they made sure that if you hadn't heard of them before, you definitely have now. And if that wasn't already the biggest flex, on October 2nd, they came out with Savage Love BTS Remix with Jason Derulo. Getting #1 on the Billboard.
Wait a second. That's the original song, or did they just say that was a remix? Is that the original song?
Hot 100 again, less than 2 on Goliath himself, and dominate the American industry on their home turf. And all they had to do was speak English. August 21st.
Oh, remix. Okay.
Enter Dynamite.
Okay. I was gonna say, if that was like the original, I was like, then I heard them. I've definitely heard them, but never mind.
Their first English single simultaneously performed better than anyone had expected, but at the same time is exactly what we as an audience had come to expect from the legendary boy band themselves. And they did it. They reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, the Global 200, and the Global Excluding US chart. And they made sure that if you hadn't heard of them before, you definitely have now. And if that wasn't already the biggest flex, on October 2nd, they came out with Savage Love BTS Remix with Jason Derulo. Getting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 again, less than 2 months after already getting it #1 with Dynamite. And on the Global 200, where they actually replaced themselves at #1, the first artist to do so ever. And this is where we
Damn.
stopped in the original video, October of 2020. So,
All right. Well, I didn't see the original video, but now that I'm basically caught up to there, let's go.
what's happened since then? Well, not much. On November 20th, their 5th studio album, B,
Ooh, yeah, I could definitely see that because I know who Jason Derulo is, and I've not never heard of BTS. Obviously, now it's hard to say that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I agree. Jason Derulo definitely should have like helped promote their music more, especially if they got #1 with a remix of his song. Like, what the fuck? That's probably just low key. He's salty. He's like, damn it, they did better with my song. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go.
was released, featuring the hit single Life Goes On. B was met with critical acclaim and hit #1 on Billboard 200 and the World Albums Chart, the 5th BTS album to do so, along with topping worldwide charts in countries like Belgium, Canada, Japan.
I'm not gonna like throw anybody under the bus. I wouldn't say Derulo's garbage. I guess you know like he's made his impact, but I'm also not super familiar with Jason Derulo. The only thing like when I hear his name, it's literally just that Jason Derulo. That's all that ever pops in my head. Like I don't know much about him. You know what I mean?
New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, and of course their hometown, South Korea. And in spite of all these accolades, perhaps the
Oh, he acted like he got his own #1. Jason Derulo is not a person of Armina. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read through these. Right, like I said, I don't know much about Jason Derulo. I wouldn't consider myself a fan, like at all. It reminds me of being in like middle school. Like I hear the little tag he always used.
biggest winner was Life Goes On. A synth-pop showstopper
that
encouraging
now.
its audience to continue living life even in the midst of a global pandemic. The message was clear. Don't give up. Life goes on. It hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
That's terrible. It's just, I hate how shady people get just because money. And again, here we come. People basically hating on BTS, and it's about money. Like, I guarantee it's about money.
The 3rd BTS song to do so. BTS gave the fans what they wanted with Life Goes On. Life Goes On joined the exclusive club of only 8 songs to ever top the Billboard Hot 100 that were not in English, a title most recently held by Despacito. But it was the first to do it in BTS's native tongue, Korean.
Watch League of Legends videos ad-free.
If you guys are just joining, don't forget to smash the like button. And I apologize for the ads. I don't have premium.
And learn to win uninterrupted. Try our student plan.
Sleeper, Bad Bunny, and Tiny. Intentions by Justin Bieber and Quavo. Dynamite by BTS.
The same month, the Academy announced that BTS's Dynamite would be nominated for the Best Pop Duo Performance, along with songs by J Balvin,
gotta be
Justin
such a
Bieber,
crazy
Lady
feeling.
Gaga, and Taylor Swift. This marked the first time a Korean pop artist was nominated for a Grammy. In December, BTS was invited to sing for Disney's holiday sing-along. And on New Year's Eve, Big Hit put on a New Year's concert where they performed again. Things looked really good for BTS, and
Yeah, the scammies.
a Grammy nomination, especially since on March 4th, 2021, the official news came. The International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, or IFPI, announced BTS as the Global
Nice.
Recording Artist of the Year, an award given to the best-selling artist of 2020, period, beating out 9 other prominent Western artists, making them the first artist
Damn.
from Korea, but perhaps more importantly, the first non-English artist
That's
to do so.
wild, really.
Later that month, the Grammys, the main event that everyone was waiting for, finally arrived. With
The
bated
Grammys.
breath, BTS
The
and the
Grammys.
world watched.
Yeah, I agree.
And, well,
I agree.
And the Grammy goes to Rain on Me, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande.
they didn't win.
Right,
However,
but
they
see, the way they handle everything, that's why I love these guys so much. He said, we worked hard. He said, let's hug. Come on. Like, they're not mad. They're happy that they're there. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Not crazy. That's the way it should be. They're the way it should be. They're a great role model. They're all great role models. You know what I'm saying?
He made history for being the first South Korean artist to perform at the Grammys after presenting at the Grammys the year prior. March 31st, 2021, Big Hit Entertainment officially rebrands as HYBE and completely revamps their organization. BTS now falls under Big Hit Music, which is now a subsidiary of HYBE Labels, a division of the HYBE Corporation. 2 days later, HYBE acquires Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings. Scooter Braun Projects is a subsidiary of Ithaca Holdings that manages several artists, including Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, J Balvin, Carly Rae Jepsen, Black Eyed Peas, Demi Lovato, and others, which means that those artists are now part of the same family as BTS. Then, at long last, BTS announced their highly anticipated follow-up single to their smash English hit Dynamite. And that single was Butter. May 21st, 2021. It didn't disappoint. The retro summer pop hit met immediate success, and on May 26th, the BTS meal launched.
You got the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it happened. How did
June
I not see
16th,
that?
BTS releases their third Japanese compilation album known as BTS The Best. It instantly
I go to McDonald's a lot. Did they not have the BTS meal in Iowa? Or was it everywhere? Because I don't remember that. I remember recently it was, they used some lady. They did some lady's meal. I can't remember what it was, though. Or who it was.
hit #1 on Japan's Oricon chart and sold over 1 million albums, the first and only Korean boy group so far to accomplish this feat. The new Japanese single, Film Out, was released 2 months earlier and debuted at #1 on the Oricon chart. And as an interesting fact, charted at 185 on the Billboard 200 excluding US chart, joining Dynamite and Life Goes On, making BTS the only artist to ever have 3 songs in 3 different languages on the Billboard 200. On July 1st, following an organizational restructuring, the HYBE Corporation announced that Hitman Bang, our same...
Man, I love the Nuggets too. What the heck? I didn't have the meal. All of USA. How did I not have the meal? That's crazy. Like I said, I go to McDonald's a lot. I just had McDonald's last night. Oh no, D Mysterious, he didn't get to have it either. Hey, at least I'm not alone. At least I'm not alone. Not available in the UK? Damn. Damn, yeah, I wish I could have... Right, yeah, see, and I'm a fan of sauces. Even if I don't get nuggets, I'll just get a burger and fries, and I'll still get, like, buffalo barbecue, some sweet and sour. Like, I love sauces. But, damn, yeah, I wish I could try it. Like, I literally see... Okay, we're going off topic here for a second. Because, a couple years... Like, I've always been a fan of cooking and, like, making food. I thought about a restaurant that focuses on sauces, right? But not like Buffalo Wild... Not like... I don't know how to explain that. But basically, yeah, you just dip everything in sauce. You know what I'm saying? You want a milkshake? You want sauce with that? But, yeah. Let's go. I love sauce. I love any sauce. Let's go.
Hitman Bang, who got the boys together, resigned as CEO of the company in order to focus on his passion for music production. And while he is still the chairman of the board of directors, he was replaced as CEO by Park Ji-won. On July 7th, BTS became official models.
In the Ware Islands? You don't even have a McDonald's? Damn. Well, I mean, that's not terrible, honestly. McDonald's isn't the best. But you might actually be lucking out, really. Edibles, edibles are good. Yeah, where are the is it Faroe Islands? Where is that located?
Louis Vuitton, as they walked the runway for part of their men's fall-winter 2021 collection. They were named as ambassadors only 2 months prior, and then for their teaser trailer, they forgot to put V in the video.
Oh no.
And finally, that brings us to July 9th. Permission to Dance, which was released only a few days ago. The hit song, which was written by Ed Sheeran, spreads positive vibes as the world starts to recover from the global pandemic. Its YouTube debut saw 72.3 million views in the first 24 hours, placing itself at number 6 of the top 10 most viewed music videos in the first 24 hours. Out of BTS's past 5 singles, 3 of them have been fully in English. And while this trend has been concerning for some fans who've been wanting more traditional Korean pop songs, there's no denying that BTS has enjoyed global recognition like no other international and particularly non-English group before them.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot has happened since this video, but I mean, this is the most up-to-date one that they had, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, Life Goes On, like, and they're huge, you know, so obviously they're gonna have something right now is probably something crazy right now is probably happening with them. You know what I mean?
Itself is a sign of success that can't be ignored. And as a fun fact, there's a line in the song referencing legendary singer-songwriter Elton
Right.
John.
When it all seems like smoke, sing along to Elton
Yeah,
John.
always something.
He gave the song his personal approval. So what makes BTS so special? How did they achieve all this? K-pop is a genre.
Hey, don't feel boring coming from Sydney. The heck? I wish I lived in Sydney. I feel I feel like anybody that like where you're born, you're gonna feel like it's boring. It's just because you're used to it, you know. But no, you gotta love where you're from and love yourself. You know. I feel that way sometimes with Iowa, here in the middle of the United States. But it's like I'm safe in Iowa. You know what I mean? So there's its pluses. It's got everywhere has its pluses and its negatives. Let me keep it moving.
That spans for at least 30 years, and there have been hundreds of boy groups and hundreds of girl groups. What did BTS do to rise above all?
Hey, you're in Illinois. That's what's up. And yeah, I would agree that Sydney is probably, maybe other than Chicago. I've never been to Sydney, obviously. Well, I guess not obviously, but I've never been to Sydney, whereas I've been to Illinois. So again, like, yeah. I mean, I feel you. I think Sydney would be cooler than Illinois, but.
All of them, and break through to markets never before seen. Historically, the boy band industry has been dominated by white
go.
English-speaking
Sunshine
bands.
State. That's
And the
what I'm
fact that
trying to
BTS
be.
has not only held
For
their
real.
own, but blew
That's
any
state.
sign of competition out of the water on a global scale can be
Right.
attributed to nothing less than their talent, hard work, and a bit of a 1 in a million miracle. They did
Shout
it through
out
their
Minnesota.
own blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak. Around the world, we see that boy bands have pretty much fallen into obscurity, but BTS is thriving.
So you won't
And
see
though I've
that
stated
if
this
you're
all
not here.
before, it's worth saying again, in
Yeah,
contrast to
maybe
other
not.
bands
But
who
that's
would
what I'm
sing
saying,
about
like, it's all about
romantic
perspective.
relationships with girls and what some would call predictable bubblegum pop tunes, BTS is continuously pushing the envelope and changing their styles. According to an article by Vulture.com, they described this style as much less a success for the Backstreet Boys and more of the successors of Michael Jackson, whose choreography and
Isn't North
charisma
Amer-
were unprecedented.
Isn't north of Minnesota Canada? Or am I wrong? Or is Michigan on top of Minnesota? I don't know. Dude, I wouldn't say I'm terrible at geography, but I'm not the best at geography.
Of course, there's a lot of love for the angelic vocals of BTS. Rap has also played a very important part in creating their own style. In stark contrast to the typical boy band where every member sings, it's so refreshing when you're in the middle of a song and
Facts.
you hear RM's raw rapping
Facts.
skills, J-Hope's energy.
Facts, bro. That's what did it for me. Like, that's why I said right off the bat, I was like, this isn't a boy band. Like, it's a group of guys, yeah. But I wouldn't consider them a boy band. Like, I can see how people do consider them a boy band, with that being said. But in a way, they're not. They're definitely their own fucking deal, you know what I'm saying? They literally, like, made, like, their own fucking, I wouldn't say genre, I guess, but they made their own category, yeah.
Where Suga's soul put into
Yeah,
every
Canada,
single
aye.
line. Interestingly enough, at the first glance, it seems that the success of BTS was miraculous, despite not being part of the Big Three. But it can also be argued that their success was because of their separation from the Big Three. Their label, Big Hit Entertainment, whose founder emphasizes artistic freedom more than anything else, allowed them to make their own sound. And going back to BTS universe,
shout out
it's not
Texas.
often that a K-pop group does something special with each of their songs and albums, utilizing strong storytelling that can go beyond simply the song itself, but
Right.
rather interconnected with other songs and
That's another thing, like, that caught my attention is just how good their storytelling is and their writing style, how everything comes together for the final product, and how each of their personalities mix into the music, and it just makes it like you feel the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So good. No, I feel you. They're definitely, I wouldn't consider them a boy band.
other albums to create one large overarching story. And not only do they all have their own expertise in performance, but also each of them have had the experience of writing and producing their own music, and they're not afraid to let their style evolve over time. BTS during their debut is such a far cry from Wings era BTS and current day BTS. They also chose to tackle more adult issues instead of simply love and girls. While they definitely didn't have a shortage of those, they also cover other very important issues such as
They
mental
didn't
health,
have a shortage
regret,
of those.
following your dreams, hard work, self-love, and many others. Add that to the fact that as fans, we can feel the authenticity of the members themselves. They seem approachable. BTS seems like There's a place for every type of fan.
Right.
And in this fast-paced world where things change at unthinkable speeds, BTS has stayed grounded and faithful to who they were and who they are. Those kids we saw on American Hustle Life, along with their dreams and passions, are the same men who stand before us today. And while some artists like to keep their personal lives private, BTS gives us a look at their personal lives through their vlogs, which allow us to become more connected to them than ever before. What is truly amazing is that they're doing this all while singing in their
Right.
native tongue.
Agree. Yeah, I would consider them global artists. I mean, obviously, they are now global artists, at least. I consider, yeah, for sure. Becca, hey.
Korean. Their music holds so much power that it literally breaks through the barriers of language. And no, they're not done yet. They've shown that they're capable of dominating
Right,
music
yeah.
charts.
Michael Jackson's like the only one you can really compare, you know. And I have to put them over Michael Jackson, like, just because there's so much more versatility going on in their music compared to Michael Jackson's. Michael Jackson was a great singer, choreograph. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can dance, he can sing, but it wasn't as versatile. Which for him, I mean, that's more because of the era he was in. You know what I mean? But still, they came up in an era where it was looked at to do basically, like, for K-pop, to do a certain style, and they were like, no, we're gonna do it how we want, and we're gonna be ourselves, and yeah, and that's what you got to do, and it just makes it fire. Like, I did, yeah, let's go.
Across the world and even reaching across the Pacific Ocean and conquering the music industry in the United States. What's next for them? Mars? In any case, they've only started in 2013, and BTS is as strong as it's ever been.
Right. Doesn't K-pop stand for Korean popular music? It's not just pop music. I got that.
That's our 2021 update. There's been lots of exciting news for the group so far, and I'm gonna
Right.
guess that 2021 will still have a lot of surprises waiting for us. Thank you to everyone who watched the original video. We've changed some of the information to make it more accurate or easier to understand. We're always looking to improve our videos, so if you find something that needs improving, leave a comment below. A big shout out to our almost 160,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. And remember,
Hey.
to break your plan.
A shout out to my almost 8,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing, for real. Shout out to all of you. I'm gonna let this ride out though.
Friends, live like you're golden, and roll in like you're dancing fools. Thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, that was that. The Most Beautiful Life Goes On, a BTS story. Oh yeah, they're definitely famous on every continent. I mean, look at the chat right now. You guys are from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's cool about music and BTS. Like, they can bring, obviously they created an army. They have literally created an army and brought so many people together. And it's crazy what music can do for people like us that just want to hear good music. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they're definitely global artists. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. JM, we're just finishing up. We're glad you can make it. Okay. See, I didn't know that. Global Army membership. Make sure you can stream the live in March. All right. Awesome. Yeah, it's crazy. That's also the other thing that's crazy, is that it's not just like a certain age group, you know, yeah. It's because the music is so good. I wish I could find words to, like, there aren't even words to use to explain how good BTS's music is. It's just like the fact that they reach out and, like, touch the hearts of so many ages, so many different cultures, just so many different people. It blows my mind. Like, it really does. Oh yeah, $22 a year. That's totally worth it. Yeah, they're definitely funny and down to earth. That's what I love about them. Like, when I first started watching artists and stuff, I watch for their personalities first. Yeah, and their messages, for real. That's the best way. That's what I was trying to look for earlier. The messages they put in their music is just wild. That's why. Like, that's how they can connect to so many people, because it's good music. Hey, shout out to you and your husband. But how long have we been live for? Oh, it's already been an hour and 10 minutes. That's crazy how fast time goes. Now I'm just reading reading the chats. Got 50 people left in here. Hey, we got 75 thumbs up though. That's what's up. Shout out to all you guys for real. I appreciate everybody that came in and watched this with me. Because yeah, there's no way I would be able to do or edit this long of a video and then post it. Also, I did a reaction today to J-Hope's Daydream. So if you guys haven't seen that, it is up on the channel. It actually posted right before I went live. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that was a great track. The video is trippy. I did not expect that. I need to stop not expecting. I need to know, like, when I hit play on anybody in the BTS group, I need to prepare myself. Hey, thanks, Becca. That, like, for real, that really means a lot. Awesome. Much love, Tracy. Yeah, that was a dope track. Thanks. Okay. I see you, D Mysterious. I might forget that. You might have to send me a message. If you guys don't have me on Instagram, my Instagram's Too Stone to Skate. It's like Too Stone to React, but Too Stone to Skate. And if you guys want to send me any messages on there, feel free. Right? No, you definitely can't. Too Stone. I missed that one. My bad. Now somebody has to comment before I can see it again. I don't like the way YouTube has this set up, like how it's just screen sharing. It needs to make my face bigger, and then just be able to like share a screen. Oh, no, I can't see it. No, I can't see it. No, it's whatever. All right. Much love to everybody again that came through. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. So, yeah. With that being said, this was dope. I like sitting down and doing these live reactions and being able to actually talk to everybody. Yeah, Discord. Yeah, Discord would be cool. I'm in a Discord, the network. It's the network Discord, but I don't personally have a Discord. It's just there's a bunch of artists. There's like 50 of us now. There might be more than 50 now, but there's like 50 artists, or well, there's like 18 artists, 10 fans, some producers, VFX. Like we have a whole team, and that Discord is the network, and yeah, it's just a bunch of us here on YouTube, basically trying to push our music and push all the content we're doing. But as of now, no, I don't have Discord and I don't have Patreon, but I will definitely be trying to work on Patreon, for sure. Hey, no, thank you guys for real for being in the live chat. Yes, everybody hopefully everybody stays safe and healthy. And yeah, until next time, guys, much love and peace out. How do I stop it?